September 16, 1993. The world's greatest mind is writing a letter to fire his best friend. Isaac Newton hasn't slept in 5 days. He's convinced his peers are plotting his literal demise. We were told he was the father of modern logic, but the truth, he was a practicing sorcerer. How exactly it happened? Hidden beneath his physics were thousands of pages of a secret, forbidden obsession, alchemy. And that obsession didn't just ruin his reputation, it was actively eating his brain. To the public, Newton was the Lucasian professor at Cambridge, a man of cold, hard equations. But behind the locked door in Trinity College, he built a private furnace that burned for weeks. This wasn't science as we know it. It was a quest for the philosopher's stone, the key to immortality. Newton believed the ancients held a lost knowledge, and he was the only one pure enough to find it. He spent more time at the furnace than he ever did studying the stars. His notes were written in code. He called himself Jehovah Sanctus Unus, the Holy One of God. But the great work required dangerous tools, specifically heavy metals that never leave the body. In the 1600s, chemists didn't just look at their experiments, they used all 5 senses. To test the purity of his sulfuric mercury, Newton did the unthinkable. He tasted it. He described the flavor of lead and mercury as strong, sourish, and ungrateful. Night after night, the vapors filled his small, unventilated lab. Mercury is a neurotoxin. It doesn't just kill you, it dismantles your personality. First comes the earthism, extreme shyness, irritability, and the loss of self-control. Then the tremors. Newton's once perfect handwriting began to fracture and shake. By 1692, the man who calculated the laws of the universe could no longer sleep. Then came the paranoia. He began to believe his friends were stealing his secret work. He wrote a letter to the philosopher John Locke, accusing him of trying to embroil him with women. Locke was horrified. This wasn't the Newton he knew. This was a man losing his grip on reality. History books often call this a nervous breakdown caused by overwork. But the timing is too perfect. It matches exactly with his most intense period of alchemic tasting. His digestive system failed. He suffered from melancholy and what he called a distemper of the mind. For nearly 2 years, the light of the scientific revolution almost went out completely. He eventually recovered, but he was never quite the same. He abandoned alchemy and moved to London. For centuries, the cause of Newton's madness remained a mystery until 1979. Scientists gained access to several strands of Newton's actual hair, preserved for over 200 years. They used neutron activation analysis to look for traces of the elements he used in his lab. The results were staggering. His hair contained 40 times the normal level of mercury. He had also absorbed massive amounts of lead and arsenic. He was effectively a walking toxic waste site. Isaac Newton didn't just discover gravity, he survived a self-inflicted chemical onslaught that would have killed a lesser man. The next time you see his name in a textbook, remember, the father of science was also alchemy's greatest victim.